Now this one was a rank 5 though. This is another big boy. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's time for War 8 of the season, and I'm sure it's my thumbnail title somewhere. For me, this was my quintessential perfect America Chavez fight where I'm gonna get to show you a ton of the things you can do in one single fight. It will definitely be in the essentials video for the tie it all together moment. And I'm so excited I got to do it against a rank 5 Apocalypse on a very scary note. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this. We're going up against JA. We've been on a bit of a losing streak, so we want to do our best here. We're going to be using the guidance boost here pre-fight, essentially because when we do knock her down, I think there'll be a portion where she being Cersei will become debuff immune. You've seen me take this node before. We've done a lot of Hulkling. It makes a lot of sense. And this ebb and flow knockdown. And so Cersei's going to get all these buffs. The only thing to kind of keep in mind here, if you're taking this fight, remember this is war. So America Chavez is going to have the benefit of that attacker war tactic where she can fate seal off of her specials. Just want to point that out because you're not going to have that in Battlegrounds and things like that. But I've done the Battlegrounds video, and when I do the Essentials video, I will talk to you at length about how she actually works. So the thing here is this, and you see me just kind of wait this out, is because we did trigger the glancing. Now, here's what's odd, and I noticed this in PWF's video on this too, is sometimes the fate seal actually applies even with the glancing up. But I just didn't want to take any chances. I actually, I was feeling far from 100% this day. And so you're going to see me play a little more, I think, conservatively. I knew I wasn't playing well. I actually used an indestructible boost for this one instead of the power start 1 because I just had a feeling like I'm probably going to get hit. I can just tell I'm not playing 100%. But the cool thing was I wasn't worried at all because America Chavez hits like a truck and can heal anyways. And we've talked about this, like, yeah, the attacker tactic is helping her. I think ultimately is, especially because of the defender tactic that's up right now. But it's cutting us at least a little bit negatively because she does more damage the more buffs the defenders have, and with the fate seal, she's clearing those out. So there you go. There was one of the mistakes I told you I was sure I was going to make them. I waited for the glancing to go down. I don't know if SB3s can glance or not now that I think about it, but I mean, why not just wait? You see how much damage Special 3 does. I know that Cersei has all these buffs. So every time we fate seal them, Mystic Dispersion is just going to kick in. So we're going to knock her down. I think this should end it. So, you know, I started the season off. I think this was my first fight of the season against Bitter Steel's rank 5 Cersei. Having gone through that, I really, like I said, just wasn't nervous at all. Any nerves or whatever, it's really more just excitement because we're going up against JA. And like I said, we've been on a bit of a losing streak. So here we go. We've got this ebb and flow knockdown. So you know how that works, heavy hitter. So the trick here was going to be, I don't want to throw 5-hit combos anyways, because that helps Mangog with, I think, his hatred and building up some energy resist as well. But you're not really doing that with Human Torch anyway. I didn't need to land that heavy. I mean, it was nice and helpful, but it didn't have to happen. It was just a nice way to knock Mangog down. And it's Torch versus a Mystic. You know, I have a rank 3 here, so I was a little worried, but again, I wasn't sweating it that bad. I should knock him down here. Yeah, there we go. And I did want to bait his specials, his special 1 as much as I possibly could. I know that that does give him hatred. But again, the way I was feeling, I was a little concerned about having the proper reaction time to block that special 2 of his. And right about here, I think I was feeling like, well, it's not really going to matter. I think I tried to heavy punish here and mess it up. Yeah, there we go. You know, it is what it is. You know, Tater's talked about this in a recent war video too, of like, sometimes you just don't feel it. You know, I think everyone, if they're honest with themselves, knows what I'm talking about there. And sometimes you just don't feel it, and I think you got to adjust accordingly. So that's Torch. We have actually a better Torch fight in the end, showing off a little bit of his utility, something we don't usually think of with Human Torch, but he does have it, and it comes into play. Okay, this is what I was told by my BG leaders. They're like, this was the fight they were most concerned about. This is a pretty tough fight here against this Vision Aarkus. So he is benefiting from that planetary endurance. Anything that's increasing the amount of power that Aarkus gets is dangerous, right? Because he's got that power gain anyways. Prowess build up unblockable, superior specials. And then this is what Nerd even pointed out. It's like this return policy is the one that's really going to kind of concern me a little bit, because whenever defender's buffs are nullified, they're going to gain 60% of a bar of power. Well, Chavez is now nullifying, right? With that, the fate seal or what have you on there. So There was a lot going on. My plan was to just throw my special ones, whatever, and let Chavez just do her damage on her own. Also, make sure I let my heavies finish off so I can get up the negative zone. Once I get up 2 of them, I'll have a 120% reversal of his ability power rate. So we should be able to keep him under control. I'm going to use an indestructible boost because I know that Aarkus's power can still become a problem. It can happen. I've seen it in war videos this season. And I fought Aarkus before. This isn't my first rodeo. So that's going to be the plan. So you're going to see it go in here. I was also a little concerned because I was not able to use my white magneto pre-fight because I needed to place it for a teammate. I used it in the first fight and I do need it for another fight. So Aarkus's tenacity could come into play. All right, had a little bit of an error there. Let's go ahead and just restart this. Here we go. Let's go into this. So like I said, it was a pretty scary fight. So we're going to go in, going to let my heavy finish off so I can get up my first negative zone. I have decided and made the decision. I was okay with taking a little bit of cold snap damage. It's part of Chavez. She wants to be close to the defender, so that's fine. I think in hindsight, it's not as bad as I remember it being in the fight. In the fight, I was like, I probably played a little too passively. Should have just gone in and let my negative zone do the work for me here. Nice little intercept. I actually thought that was not going to push him to a second bar of power. For some reason in my head, I thought it was going to keep him just under 2, and then I would try to bait another heavy. At this point, I made the decision, I'm going to push him red. I'm not going to have him throw his special 2. I'm going to do as much damage as I can, and I'm going to push him red, knowing and relying on the fact that I have that indestructible boost. So let's see how this plays out. Pretty well, if I say so myself. I'm pretty happy with it. Went ahead through this. I thought there was a chance that might actually finish him off, but it's fine. He's down to 10% health. I have an indestructible boost. Everything is in my favor. I'm very, very happy with how this fight went. Like I said, if I were to do anything different, I would probably try to more quickly get up 2 of my negative zones, see how much that might even be able to reverse his ability power rate. Because of the defender tactic, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure on that one, though, and how it would work out. And I would definitely still use indestructible boost, just in case. Just in case. Knowing and having that in the back of my mind that I could push him red and just play through it if it went a little bit sideways was really comforting. And you can see she does plenty of damage. So this is, for me, this was a fight to really take part of, or to really concentrate on the part of her kit that is reducing ability power rate, not worrying about getting up all my dimensions and doing as much damage as possible on those special 2s. Oh, this was fun. My alliance was quite a few of them apparently were watching that fight because, like I said, everyone was a little interested in how that was going to go. So we'll show you a little bit of type. So we're going up against this fight against Spider-Man Supreme. Now, as you know, I think it's when he dashes at you, it's got to be a full dash, or when you dash at him or land your medium. So mediums, it can be a medium combo ender too. He's going to trigger that, like, I don't know what it's called, but he goes invisible. It's a real pain in the butt. I've learned how to fight him better in Battlegrounds, just parry, and I use my lights. But the cool thing about Human Torch is, right, once he gets up enough of his temperature, I think it's 10, he can't miss. He becomes a miss counter. So that's why I didn't use my pre-fight in the Mangog fight. And ultimately, we're just going to nuke this Spider-Man down before it can become a problem. Because there was also like a prowess, and he could get unblockable if he gets 3 of them. And he gets prowess if I block his specials. But see right here, the whole thing that makes him tough was right there. What just happened, we blocked a few hits in the beginning. This was from my BG leader, Bean, who was like, hey, just block some hits in the beginning, get your temperature up, and you will melt him. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And sure enough, he was right. I thought I had punished that well, and I was about to get smacked upside the head, and the fight was already over. The fight was already over. So following your battle group planners' plans can really help you out there. And so they're all talking about how great they're drooling over Chavez, and I'm having fun being like, she's all right. You know, if you like that kind of thing, if you like champions who can reduce power rate and do a ton of damage and go unblockable, which I will show you here in this one. That's why I'm so excited about it. And so I'm having fun showing you. We're having a good time. Now, I told you in the last video that if war's close, I actually like to remind myself before I go into fights. I play better that way. That's just how I am. So we were up. We had 0 deaths at this point, and they had 1, and we were way ahead on the map. You saw me take this fight. If you saw my last war video, you saw me take this. I was actually I told you, I was a little concerned about it. It's the first time I'd ever taken it. I'd seen my buddy PWF take it. I've seen my buddy Nah take it, but I hadn't. My battle group leaders just hadn't worked out to have me go in and take it. And I was very excited to do it. Now this one was a rank 5 though. This is another big boy, right? There's Conflictor on there. That's why I used the White Magneto pre-fight. That's what I needed to save it for, even though I kind of wanted it for the Aarkus. I knew I'd need it more in this one. The whole point in this fight, because Apocalypse is going to get the Defender Tactic 2, is to just use my specials to get all of those various buffs off of him, okay? If I end up throwing special 3s over and over, I am totally fine with it. But I love this. I noticed my health bar is already down to 91%. I was not happy with that, and I'm going to be blocking these specials. We're down to 83%, so I'm like, okay, if I can, I'm not going to force it. I'm going to get off a heal. Now we'll get that off by, is it here? Or no, I'm going to make him throw his special, and then I'm going to land 2 hits of my heavy, and after that second, I'm going to cancel out. Here it comes, 1, 2, throw this, and we're going to heal from 81% to 90%. The health bar battle just totally changed. It was close, and I did not like how low I was getting. I was able to use a nice little heal there, still throwing her specials. Now this one's cool too. If you throw your special 2 right there, after all hits of the heavy, you go unblockable. And I've been waiting for, I was so excited to do that. I've been waiting for a war video where I could actually show that to you, but I was like, it's war. I can't force that. But it happened right there, because I knew that I wanted to have all my negative zones up, which is the last hit of the heavy. That was a big part of this fight. And that's what was falling off. That's what had fallen off for me. And if you do all 3 of them, you finish your heavy, your special 2 is unblockable. It was so cool. I was like, I can't wait to make this video and show this to everybody. And this is why it's going to go into the essentials videos, because it shows her heal. It shows her going unblockable. It shows throwing the special once to get the special 2. It shows so much of her kit. So here we go. And I think this is going to end. Oh, no, I guess we got no crits there. But I was like doing a celebration. I was dancing while playing, basically, and figuratively, not literally, because I knew I was going to win. I knew this rank 5 APOC. He was going down. Like you saw, we were winning the war at that point. It was very close. And I got to show you, I think, one of the coolest parts of her kit, or just one of the most unknown or unthought of or whatever. Like, we're all worried about that when we're on defense and we're attacking her, but you can actually use it to your advantage when you're on offense. So I was just so pumped to show that. Unfortunately, we did end up losing the war. JA really stayed on it. You know, they're one of the best 5 war alliances in the world. And we just had some stuff going on, right? No excuses. Things just happen. We're human. We're people. Things happen in life. So we came up on the losing side of this. So congratulations to JA for really pulling it together there. I think we had a decent little lead there for a bit, but they obviously held it together. I went out for the night and came back, and the scores had really flipped. So congratulations to them, but well done, and thank you and congratulations to our MVPs, Toffrey in my own battle group. The guy is a phenomenal, amazing player, right? Daddy Longlegs, you know him. In fact, I haven't had a chance to watch it because it literally just came out a few seconds ago. But he may have a very cool boss fight. You should make sure you go check out his channel. And you know, he designed some pretty awesome champions for this game too. And Nahorn, my buddy, I think he also did a really nice video with a lot of Chavez fights. There's a reason why we're using her so much. So there we go. We have lost a 4th one here in a row, I believe. Let's go ahead and check out the season stats. All right, so as I was saying, I think we've now lost 4 in a row. Not really what we're wanting, but we are still currently in Masters. I think our goal, as I'm starting to understand it, is we're looking to have about 6 or less deaths per war. We went way over in the last one. You know, the wheels just fell off a bit, and that's going to happen. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I personally am up to 32 kills on the season with 1 death to the robot uprising there. They conspired, Apple, the watch and phone makers, conspired to kill me as far as I am concerned. 10 total champions, which feels good. I wonder if I don't think any more are going to be added, but you never know. We never know what my battle group planners have in store for me. Current streak is 26. I got to include that death. It was a death, so I'm not going to not include it. I only have 1 defender kill. I have a very good defense, but it's just how it's worked out. But it makes sense, and I'm happy that it's my rank 5, hopefully in the flagship of my whole account and my channel a little bit. Although maybe it is America Chavez. And you can see she's taken a sizable lead now, but I mean, I made the video when we had the buff in the beta. I was like, I think we've got a Battlegrounds monster, potentially war as well. She benefits from the attacker tactic. I think that's helping her take as many fights as she is. But even without it, I really think she's going to be useful for quite a few. And there may be some that she even benefits, or she can handle even more that she's not. Also, now that it's out, I can talk to you guys about it. She's got that synergy with Kate Bishop. I think that's going to be a really big deal for her. And Kate's looking pretty darn good too. Absorbing Man, Doom, those sorts of things. Torch makes sense, right? He's not banned this season. In fact, I think he's technically whitelisted with Hercules, so it makes sense he's starting to show up a bit more. You see what he does with these Mystics. And then we've got a variety of other champions in there. So thank you so much for watching. As I think it's clear, I am having an absolute blast this season. It's just having so much fun. And then, of course, getting to use my girl America and having her be so powerful. And getting to show that to you all. I'm seeing the comments. I'm seeing the comments from you all saying like, okay, I didn't really believe you at first, but you know what? She's pretty good. I ranked mine up and I'm really enjoying her. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you for letting me know. I hope you're having a great season. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.